Hello, hello, hello. Today's reading is for Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's jump right into the reading. Let's find out very quickly what is the overall energy, though. What is the overall energy for those in this reading? What is the overall energy for those Pisces in this reading? What is their overall energy? Obligation. So this person felt obligated. There was an obligation. They felt obligated to do something. I've been thinking about your situation and I'd like to offer a fresh perspective. Someone felt obligated, so they made plans with someone. Yeah, it turned out to be very chaotic. And it appeared that it has something to do with a lot of money alone. Interesting. Sage advice, support. Yeah, they took. Okay, this is reading gonna be real quick. It looks like Pisces, somebody went into a situation in a connection with someone that they hooked up with. This is a hookup. This is a hookup with someone who either they assumed was single. They thought this person was single, but that person said to them, there was no finances, no romance without the finance. So I feel like they got gaslit too, because this person asked for a loan. This person asked for a loan. Who asked for the loan? Because this can be somebody, Pisces, looking to ask you for a loan. Who asked for the loan? Clarify the person who asked for this loan. Who asked for a loan? Uh-huh. Okay, this was a fire sign. So this is somebody who they allowed to return back to them. Somebody who they allowed themselves to feel like this person wouldn't be a burden to them. Like whoever this person that they gave a loan to, this is somebody who they trusted that this person would, I guess, return the money back, or there would be less of a problem if they gave this person this money. Because this is someone who they felt like in their past, present, or future, it definitely was a fire sign. It was a Sagittarius. Whoever they gave this loan to, this was somebody who they realized that if they gave this person this loan, this would allow this person to see themselves being in a connection with them. So they basically bartered a connection with someone. That's what this was. They basically bartered a connection with someone. This wasn't love. This was a connection that was tailored around a friendship that became a hookup, in which this person realized that they could embark on a relationship with this person. This is not someone that that wasn't coming around to not start something. They let this person create chaos in the plans of the connection with you. So by them giving someone a loan, giving them money, it caused some sort of chaotic problem in their relationship with you. They gave this person support. So they were very invested in the person who they obligated themselves to be with. This person was someone who they thought that they could offer some sort of advice to them. So, other words, this is somebody who they trusted or at least they wanted to believe that this is someone that they could trust. They didn't think this would be a bothersome burden for this person to have this loan. Whoever this person was, they were a Sag. Now, this is a person that may be looking at you as well. So this is a person that is definitely somebody that would be a burden to you. I feel like what they're trying to do is they want to come in as if they're single. This is a person that's suffering with money problems. They were in a connection with someone else who they gave their money to. There was a hookup, which the hookup turned into a relationship. What happened is they learned the truth when they gave up their money, their time, and their energy to this connection. Now, this is a person who really learned some secrets when they chose to roll the dice, take a chance, have faith, when they strategize behind your back to take action, to make a choice, to feel like whatever they were doing behind your back would be something that would be a turning point for them when they were in this connection with someone else. So they were behind your back making deals. This person, they definitely are a Sag or an Aries Sagittarius. This is who they are. They could be a Sag Sun, Aries Moon, or vice versa. This person that you were in a connection with, again, they were willing and dealing behind your back with someone who they felt obligated to support. That's what they did. This was a plan that they were doing behind your back while they were in a connection, which turned out to be very chaotic. This option to thus give some advice to someone while giving this person a loan was really just all false. This was something untraditional, this connection. Yeah, it was unconditional. Someone who they wanted to move forward with, someone who they allowed themselves to be guided by. This is why I said this person didn't see it as a troublesome thing to do when they gave someone a loan. They gave money. It was an exchange. It was like an exchange of sex for money, for conversation, for helping out, for advice, for talking, for spending time. This is someone they knew. However, Spirit is telling you, tell me about the single card. What is it about the single card that we need to know? So while this person, tell me about this person being single. This is someone who's no longer in a connection. When they were in a connection with you, Pisces, this person went behind your back to barter and trade sex, money, conversation, business deals, something like that. Tell me something about the single. What is it? There it is. Okay, see, they got ghosted. They got ghosted. They also may have ghosted you because this person went in all the way when they invested in a connection with a friend that turned into a love connection or an affair of some sort. Because they're saying, I'm sorry I had to run, but I couldn't tell you how I felt before. I couldn't tell you how I felt because I don't even know now. I don't even know how I feel. It was easier for me to walk away instead of having to explain myself. Okay. So this is somebody who ghosted you. They didn't give you a full explanation why they left the connection. This person left the connection to give money to someone else. This person who they gave a loan to, it was sort of, I feel like this was the verbiage that was used. All right. So whoever this damn person is, it's like, whew, I'm getting tongue tied. Denial of connection. The denial of connection. Too fast, too soon. There is another person involved, not ready for the deep connection, wrong timing. I can't, or won't commit, afraid of hurting you or hurting themselves. So they chose to be in a connection and to have hookups with people who there were exchange of sex, money, time, whatever it was, relationship, conversation, all of that, but it had to do with money. So this is the reason why this person denied the connection between you and them. They were committed to a connection, which things that were revealed to this person is probably why they're looking at expressing to you now what happened. This all happened behind the scenes. So when this person took an opportunity to not be committed to you, they were working in connection with someone else that they had a hookup with. It was an exchange of money for sex. Some truths were revealed when they decided to give in to this connection. When they rolled the dice, they took a chance, they took a leap of faith. This is somebody who felt like there was no turning back. This is why they were indecisive. So they were heavily invested. What they found out is that this person that they felt obligated to support is someone that was behind the scenes, ultimately trying to cause chaos between you and them. However, the person that you were in a connection with, they took a chance and they found out some truths about what and why that person even gave them a chance to even be bothered with them. This was all a money grab for the person that you were in a connection with. That person that they got with, this was a money grab. That some secrets were revealed about why this person even came to them. Tell me something about truth. So they learned some truths. So with you, yeah, see, the truth is they didn't want to see the Two of Swords. This is a Libra. The truth. Okay, this King of Cups came out in the crossing. So the truth is this person did not want to see or believe that there was no real love and a connection of someone who they committed and made plans to be with. They made plans to support this person. This is somebody that was ultimately a burden to them at some point in time. They refused to see that this was something that they could really never take on. They couldn't really take on this burden of being this person's support person, giving them what they wanted or needed, but they chose to act as if this was somebody who they knew deep down inside that they couldn't really afford them financially, even emotionally. But they acted as if this was someone that they could build something with. And it's crazy because those cards, yeah, that's what it is. This is something someone didn't want to believe. This is something that came through that was unexpected. There was chaos. Tell me, why was the Tower card there? What was the Tower moment that changed? See, they regret it. The Five of Cups, Scorpio. They regret moving quickly, trusting, and moving forward with a connection, leaving you behind. This person ghosted you, denied the connection to be in a committed relationship with you, realizing that this was a mistake. They are crying, they're depressed, they're sorry. Yes, because what happened was the Eight of Wands, things move fast, things happen quickly. There was some sort of communication of what they learned. There it is. And the Seven of Wands. So we have this is a progression. We have the 7, 8, and 9, Sagittarius. This person went ahead and did things in a very quick way without protecting themselves, without really they didn't protect themselves. They didn't. See, because this was somebody who they offered assistance to before, who they didn't want to accept that this person would always be a burden to them. Somebody that they know they couldn't, again, carry this union, but they refused to believe that this was a connection that they couldn't overcome certain obstacles. They felt like they could overcome the obstacles, that they realized that not believing that there wouldn't be a future. So it sounds like this person was very desperate. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. Why is the Three of Wands in reverse? So yeah, here it is. It's a fire sign again. Okay, see? Because it was all about sex. This person was always stuck when it came to their past connections. They didn't want to let go of the idea that they could never have a future with someone. So they stayed focused on the past. There was never a future. They felt like if they could give this person money, that ultimately things would work out to their advantage. Yep, a lover. I told y'all. They thought things would work out with this lover. They didn't want to see the truth. They refused to use logic over passion, sex in the past. So this is somebody from a past connection that they had. They were in a past connection, so they ghosted you to support someone who they know would never choose them. So they were always stuck in the past. This person was hasty. We have it right here. This was somebody who refused to let go of a past connection. They refused to deny that this person was not in love with them, or that their feelings for that person wasn't based on emotions. No, it was based on money, finances, in exchange. Yeah, money, the bottom of the deck. Money. That's all it was. This was a money grab for somebody who they chose to support. They made plans. They always had this obligation within themselves to always return back to this person, this friendship, this hookup. But to the person that they hooked up with, it was just a money grab. Remember, the Three of Wands was here because they always wanted to return back for quick sex. It was an exchange. But the truth was revealed that they know they didn't want to accept that this person denied them because there was really no love. They knew that. Deep down inside, they refused to accept it. So this is why this person ghosted you in a connection, because they always had their eye on the past. They always had this vision of rekindling someone from the past. In entertainment. This is what it was. That's what it was, guys. A reconnection. They were entertained sexually with this other person. That's the truth. And now they're looking at trying to profess how sorry they are. And now they need a big favor because they're all tapped out. That's the reading, Pisces. This person is making some sort of plans to try to get support from you to clean up their chaotic life. Yeah. That's the reading. I'm going to find out what is your feelings. What is Pisces' ultimate feelings when it comes to this Knight of Wands? Yeah, this is a person that's very impulsive when it comes to their sexual proclivities. How does Pisces feel about this? Because they want to return back to you for money. They, again, never stop looking back at somebody from their past. That is why I always tell on my other channel, Sagittarius channel, don't cry over these people. People are able to make decisions. So when they make their decisions, you have to be wise, you have to be strong, and you have to be confident to love yourself enough not to be foolish enough to trust that this person doing these things, ghosting you, giving money to someone else, creating a false relationship with someone who they found out the truth was this was not a love affair. This was a trick type of affair. This person was tricked out because they're coming out as the Knight of Wands. I'm starting to understand our connection. You guys are starting to understand what really happened. And I just told you, this person was somebody that was for the streets. And the person that they got with was also for the streets. They got played and they actually kind of liked it. But in their sick, twisted mind, they thought that this was love. They thought it was love. One card for the King of Cups. In their head, I feel you leaving me behind. You guys, when it comes to loving this person or having any love or passion for this person, I don't see it happening, because the truth is this person knows that you are not moved by this person. This person possibly thought that you would wait around for them, that while they were in a connection with someone else, they thought you were so in love with them, like you were blinded. You had blind faith. That's what it looks like. They had multiple options that they could play around with, and you were just someone that would sit around and not see who this person really was and what they were really doing. That's the reading. I will wait for you. I will wait for a sign. I hid behind material things. Material things as well as the things of this world. So this person is not someone that was loyal to any. They weren't loyal to you. They were loyal to their friends, their past lovers, people that would offer them quick sex. King of Cups. I mean, the Knight of Wands. And then we're gone. What is it that Pisces need to know? Meditation will bring you more answers if you still need them. Or get a 2-card reading. No, this person is not for you. They are not for you. And no, they're never going to change. Right, they're never going to change. Don't compromise yourself with this person. They are who they are. And it's unlikely that they're ever going to do anything differently than what they've done. They go back to past connections that are very toxic, abusive, really a burden to them, but they refuse to see it. So every time this person gets single, they are always returning back to someone who they know is really not someone that's good for them. They're always turned out by the fuckery. They will never allow themselves to ever evolve from this toxic connection that they have with a group of friends or a particular friends. It's a perpetual cycle that they keep going through. So this is a connection that Spirit is telling you, oh yes, let it go, move on. This is who they are. They're for the streets and they're a trick. That's the reading, Pisces. Thank you for stopping by. I am on TikTok. You can check these readings out there. On YouTube, if you're watching me. Again, these readings are on TikTok. And if you're watching me on TikTok, these readings are on YouTube. Also Instagram. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Bye.